Hi, my name is Lynn Ho. I'm 4'11 and I'm based in Seattle, Washington. Today I'll be talking about a relationship that I had to let go of with my ex of 11 and a half years. We were together from the time I was 16 up until last year, just right before my 28th birthday. And honestly, that was like a really hard relationship to let go because that was my first serious relationship, and I was basically with him for almost half of my life. Um, but one of the reasons why I had to let go because we definitely had a lot of trust issues, and there was a point where I got to where I definitely thought that he didn't love me, and I constantly feared that he would cheat on me because I did catch him talking to several girls before, in the way beginning of our relationship, but I chose to stay in that relationship. Um, and honestly, even throughout the years in that relationship, I found myself having to try to change myself a lot for him and try to fit into this mold of his type and what he would find pretty. And there was even a time where he told me I was embarrassing, because every time we go out to the store or be out in public, I like to be really goofy and funny and try to dance and crack jokes. But he told me that was actually embarrassing to him sometimes, and that's why in public he wouldn't ever try to like hold my hand or try to be close to me, because he didn't want to be associated with me pretty much, and that really kind of like broke me down. So just kind of throughout the years I found myself having to really hide who I am, um, and kind of like dim myself down for him to make him comfortable, honestly. But definitely one of the things that I learned in that relationship was one where we were not compatible at all, just two different type of personalities. He's like a really quiet, reserved guy, very conservative actually, and I was just this very outgoing person who definitely has no filter and boundaries, so definitely not somebody I want to be with. But not only that, but I kind of learned in terms of what I definitely wanted in a partner and like the things that I valued most. And also I learned, you know, your happiness isn't worth changing for someone, and definitely like self-worth as well. Um, and honestly, I am a lot happier now that I'm not in that relationship at all. There's definitely a lot of things I learned in that relationship that was unhealthy for me, but um, I'm trying to change that slowly. And honestly, that was a very long relationship, and I wouldn't say that I regret that relationship even. I always tell people I don't really have any hate for my ex at all. I learned a lot in that relationship. I learned about what I want in a partner. I learned about what I will never do again in a relationship. Um, and another thing too, well, I guess it's like a really good positive. I also learned how to, I guess, compromise in a relationship. I compromise definitely too much, but yeah. And I guess my outlook on life now, I view relationships completely different now, honestly. I used to think like relationships should be like, yeah, like if you're together for a long time and committed to each other for a long time, like you definitely love each other. That is not the case. I definitely learned that there's a lot more to love than I think I knew at the time being a teenager, because I was like a relationship from the time I was a teenager, and I still have so much more to learn about love and relationships. And I'm 29 years old and I still feel very naive, but yeah, that's okay. And I guess I learned every relationship you're always gonna learn something and grow, and it's always a work in progress. And there's really no such thing as a perfect relationship. It's really about finding that perfect person for you. And